I decided that I'm gonna just use my camera because 3 minutes apparently ain't enough. It ain't enough time. But the bee came to me as a reminder for prosperity. Did you hear the train confirmation? Okay, the confirmations is just here right now. Okay, so if you're not here, then you're not here. But if you here, you here. You hearing it, right? You're seeing it. You didn't see the bee because it was on my finger and it was on the camera. But I know you heard that train confirmation. It's right there. Okay. The bee is telling you about your prosperity. It's telling you, let nobody take you, spew you, or try to route you in a different direction than the one that you see for yourself. And if you see and you know, and God has given you the confirmation, the tools and the resources, okay, to know, to think, to feel, to desire this dream, then let nobody take it away from you. Let nobody spew you in a different direction. Like I was saying about me being an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for about 4 years, going on 5 next year, right? And so many people told me to stop doing it. So many people told me to quit. So many people was like, Monty, you need to go get a job, da-da-da-da-da. But I will not be fulfilled. That is the whole purpose, is your fulfillment in the dream, in the goal, in the desire, in the destination. It's about your stance and your posture. Right? Because if I just went down and lowered myself and said, all right, fine, I'll go do this because everybody's telling me to do it, instead of me actually wanting to do it. See, what you have to do for yourself is you have to do for yourself. Yes, we could follow the society rules and have a 9 to 5 and things like that, but I'm just not about it anymore. I did it. I done it. And I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it anymore. Okay? Maybe my business isn't as profitable as I would like it to be, right? But it's still something that puts a fire in me. It gives me peace and it gives me comfort knowing that I have something of my own. And nobody, no fucking body, excuse my language, but no fucking body can take it from me because I built it from the ground up, okay? I laid the bricks. I laid the foundation. I put on the concrete to lay the bricks down. Like, who's gonna take that from me? Nobody. I cannot allow it. Okay? That's what God is saying. I can't allow you to go in this direction when I'm trying to move you here. Maybe they can't see it, but I put it in you for you to see it. I put the dream in you for you to see it and then show everybody. Not, hey, I did it, look at me, but like, I can do this, and so can you, okay? Being an entrepreneur is not an easy journey. There's going to be times where you make no money at all. It's quiet for months. You don't even hear the mouse chomping on the cheese, right? Oh my God. But it's about believing in yourself and believing in your dream. Yes, there have been times where the business has been slow, but I remember the times when the business was booming. Okay? What is your posture when business isn't booming? What is your posture when you have no clients? What is your posture when you're dead broke? Not dead broke, but like, you're broke. You don't have enough money to cover the bills. What is your posture? Okay? And it takes a real important belief in yourself to not turn back. See, what I never did is I never turned back. I never went back and got a 9 to 5 because I just physically cannot. I have a business. I have multiple businesses, okay? And yes, it's hard to maintain all of them because it's just me and I'm just one person. But I have the tools and the resources to still make it flow. I got many pots going on in the kitchen, but you would never know. You could smell my food cooking, but you won't know how many pots I got because I'm very quiet and hush-hush about what I be doing a lot of the time, right? And so A lot of times I'll go into hermit mode and I just be doing my thing, right? I just be in the kitchen whipping it up. I'm doing this recipe and I got that recipe and I'm working on this business and I'm working on that business and I'm dropping products for that business and I'm dropping them for that business. And then y'all like, where the fuck I can't keep up with this shorty, right? This shorty is everywhere. But that's what it's like to be as an entrepreneur, right? You could say I'm still starting, but a lot of entrepreneurs, they have the capital, right? I didn't have the capital. I quit my job and I went full force with my business. I didn't have no money saved up. I just did the shit, right? I'm not telling you to do this. This is just my story. This is my truth. And I'm just telling you that's what I did. I took my last check and then I went for it. I started doing my meal prepping and Serenity Plus and all the things that I could do, right? And then I ended up losing my apartment a few years after because I couldn't maintain it. I couldn't maintain it. 555 on the clock. God said you need a change. So let me change the direction, okay? God will change the direction. Don't let nobody else change the direction for you, okay? If you need guidance, you need clarity, and you need a new direction, God will reroute you, okay? And it might be a reroute that you wasn't expecting, right? It's like in football when the quarterback calls an audible. We thought we was going to do this play, but he doing another one. Oh, Lord. Right? But then you have to think about it. Wow, maybe this play is going to work out better than the other play. This is the initial play that we thought was going to work, but maybe we need to do this one. And then guess what? When you do the audible and then the quarterback throws it to the wide receiver and he's at the freaking, he's at the end zone. Because they were thinking, the other team on defense was thinking that God had a different plan. And he did, right? Well, they thought it was the same plan and God had a different plan. And so we went with the different plan and we came out on top. Okay? Sometimes you have to go with a different plan, even if you don't choose to do it. Even if it's not truly your choice in this matter. Okay? I did not ever see myself leaving that apartment. But it was time. I couldn't pay the bills. Right? And though I suffered lots of traumatic things that happened there, a lot of other residents did. Like they took my air conditioner out my unit for like 4 months, bro. It was hot as shit and I didn't even know until like a month later. And I went to court for all this shit. And they was like, oh, blah, 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 you didn't pay. But they never addressed that part. They never addressed that. The landlord was never like penalized for that. They still was like, oh, they win, because you owe money. Okay. Oh, wait. All right. Right? But I went and I stood my ground. I provided my case, okay? And I changed other people's opinion of me, of how the landlords treat people in the courtroom. I'm telling you, there were so many people in there that started changing their plea of guilty and this and that because I spoke my truth. You have to speak your truth, baby. And we're getting like slightly off topic, but it's never really off topic. It's just like, it's a reroute. It's an audible in a different direction, but to still steer you in the right direction, okay? Do that make sense? I know it do. I know it do, baby. Okay? I love you guys. This was way longer than I thought, but I'm about to listen to it as I walk home because now I really need some water, for sure. But like I said, do not let anybody, anything, let me say this too, not even the circumstances reroute you in another direction, okay? Figure it out. You're gonna figure it out. It's gonna work out, okay? Like I said, God didn't put you here for you to struggle all this time, for you to not get the dream, for you to not get the blessing, to not get the person or the people that are for you, okay? I know God got my man out there. That's why I'm picky, okay? That's why I'm picky. Don't try to date me on the internet, okay? If I don't meet you in person, you have no chance with me, okay? But anyways, you really have no chance in general because I already met my man. I've met him. God has showed me him, and I've seen him, and I know what God has for me when it comes to love, okay? So, I'm sorry. I'm taken. I've been taken for a while now. It's one of those pots in the kitchen that you didn't know I had stirring or cooking, you know? But it's been cooking. Anyways, I love you. That's the last message. Don't settle, okay? And that just, again, it's a reroute to the beginning of the message. Don't let anybody spew you from your dream, your destination, your goals, your deep desires, okay? God put it in you because it's for you. He gave it to you for you to see so that you understand it. Everybody doesn't have to understand it. Everybody doesn't have to understand what the hell you're doing. Like, they just don't. Give up on trying to tell everybody what the fuck you doing, okay? Give up on trying to make everybody understand. Because if they can't understand, then they will never understand. 11:11 on the clock. If they can't understand, like internally, then they will never understand because they're down here. They're trying to understand, but they're not understanding. Does that make sense? I know it do. Peace, love, and blessings to you guys. I love you so much. Thanks for staying for this entire truth bomb. Like the tea was spilt and you motherfucking drank it up. I love y'all. Peace.